Alright. Hello everyone. Welcome back to welcome to episode 2 of this little Satisfactory series. You may notice something very different from last time. I got all the foundations done off camera, and I'm recording this like 2 weeks after I finish this due to school stuff. So yeah, I also took some time to figure out how the customization stuff went. So I've been playing Minecraft, so I'm a little twisted up. Yeah, so I took some time to get that sorted. Alright, builders, let's see. Main things we want today are the awesome shop, set up the awesome sink, and those to help me with organization. Did I add more? Yeah, I think I added more. Move the hub up there. I really should watch. Why is there a lizard doggo down at the bottom of the base? Huh. Interesting. But yeah, so today's gonna be the start, or at least this recording. I'm probably gonna do this in small sections. Today's gonna be the start of us basically taking the iron setup and moving it over there, taking the concrete setup and just setting it up, spreading it out for right here. We're gonna turn this whole side into copper, with maybe the space elevator sitting right there once we get the materials. That being said, let's see what we got. We should have enough to get a good bit of this started. Alright. Right, this isn't Minecraft. Okay, there's one of our extra crafting benches. I needed that while I was doing this. Let's see here. Can I get enough fire? Let's see, we need. Oh yeah, we can get enough. I still have the last little remnants of the Christmas event. So we need. Oh, need a little bit more copper. So we're gonna build these three: the awesome shop, the MAM, and the space elevator first, because having them built will be a lot more useful to us than waiting. So go ahead and have them built, completely built. Let's be good to go. Man, one reinforced plate. One reinforced plate off. I keep trying to double tap that keep trying to double tap W to move. Once we get all that done, I'll start trying to do layouts and do math. Probably not going to record too much tonight. Most of my recording will probably go into other times when I can record around classes, but I just felt like getting some work done on the recording tonight. There. Victoria's also got me messed up, dang. Let's see. Now I just need concrete, which I walked past. See how much easier this is already? Just do this. Eee, jump around. I also cleaned up our cable management by like a lot. I think I ended up with a whole extra post. Yeah. So now we just need to make that reinforced plate, which will be criminally easy. And we also got a few tickets we can use on the awesome shop once we get it done. Here we are. Just need one. Make the rest as we need them to build. Because the first thing we're going to figure out is how to make the most out of all the iron stuff we need. We're going to set that up, and we're at the very least going to create our list. And that may build stuff later. Yeah, I'll actually build stuff later, but for now, let's get the awesome shop. We're going to go ahead and put it next to our awesome sink, so that way I can show you guys later. Okay, so place it right there. It doesn't need power, luckily. Again. I finally stopped doing the Satisfactory stuff in Minecraft, and then immediately I'm doing Minecraft stuff in Satisfactory. Okay, let's see here. Put the space elevator back here. Maybe right about here. Let's see. Oof. Okay, and then we want all the inputs on that side. We're gonna run, and we're gonna actually use the input ports on this playthrough. We'll run the imports into here later. Okay. There we go. Just a little bit this way. Boom. Alright. I think we're gonna kinda wanna watch this. Oh, did I accidentally clip it into the rock over here? Hold up. Did I clip it into the rock? I think I clipped it into the rock. Yeah, I clipped it into the rock. Gosh darn it. Anyways. Let's watch Space Elevator come down. If I have to disassemble it, we'll disassemble it and move it. That's one way to do it. Yeah. So really all we build is this anchor. Comes down. It basically holds the space elevator in place. So move. Yeah. This is our next thing to do. So let's go around the back here. Got input ports here. And are any of these blocked off? No. Okay, good. Good. So we will have access to all of them. Wait, I didn't know you could actually climb up to this part though. Can we go through? Nope. Okay. Would have been cool if I could have gone through there. Right, and lastly is the MAM. So let's go over here and get this set up. We're going to set it up next to our hub. Dang it. Almost pulled it off. Yeah. Let's see, what was I listening to while I was building all this? I was listening to Cirrus. Yeah, I was listening to Cirrus on YouTube while I was doing a lot of this. Whee. Alright, there's our... take our coupons, we'll take our one hard drive. We'll take slugs. But you know what, let's grab all of this. Let's place the MAM. Let's see. MAM fit right here. Let's kind of put it right there so it's kind of its own thing. So we come around the side of the hub and we have our MAM facing us. Yeah, that didn't cause any conflicts over there. We're good. Alright, so first things first. We'll be able to get organs later. Let's see. Oh cool, we have enough to research the biomass too. Sweet.
New research available in the MAM.
Oh cool, we already have the rebar gun. Object scanner. Expanded tube tool belt. Yeah, we'll need some more carapaces for that. Secretarium. I think we have some more. Maybe. Yeah, let's go ahead and get everything we can get.
Added to the object scanner.
Oh, we need the object scanner first, don't we? Yeah. Then we have power slugs, so we can start making our own power shards. For a second I thought I hadn't been recording. Oh yeah, So we need to submit all that stuff to get it. We need that stuff. Then we need. Okay. Well, we'll handle that stuff later. There's quartz and sulfur. I guess like vegetation. Oh yeah, we don't have mycelia, which is what unlocks this. We'll find that. Alright, time to scan the hard drive. We'll do the rest of the stuff when I come back from the next recording. Like I said, today's going to be mostly about getting what we can done quickly. And handling anything else. Words. Speaking of, is that it kind of expanded the power supply? Drains kind of quickly, but we're mostly okay for the moment. And I'll heal up later. Alright, so let's go over here and explain the awesome sink and awesome shop. So first off, the awesome sink. Not sure I entirely showed it last time. Okay, yeah, so takes items here, puts them in here, and each item has a point value. Depending on how many of the items we have and what point values they have, we get so many per minute, and every time this little thing reaches 100%, we get a new coupon, and every time you get a new coupon, the number goes up. So as the number goes up, you get more and more points for each coupon. So currently, we have an extra 15 on top of the 30 we got from the Christmas calendar. So let's grab these. So we have 45 to start off with. That is an absurd amount to start with your first purchase. Okay, then we take these coupons and we go in here. So the first things we're going to want, let's see, walls, attachments. I actually want the one. Let's grab all of this stuff because I don't use hypertubes, but those would be nice. That's really useful when you start building upwards. Foundations. The thing I really want is the foundation stuff. How many have we spent? Oh yeah, 11. Having all the foundation stuff is really useful. 34. Okay. Fix it specials. Station customizer. Yeah, that's just buying that stuff. I feel like I'm missing something. Customizer. There's the concrete walls. Just patterns. Speaking of which, I actually need to look at the analytics for the first episode. I haven't watched that. I hadn't looked at those yet. Should probably do that at some point. Let's go ahead and grab concrete pillar set, metal pillar set, modern catwalks, factory ladders. Trash that one because it'll be a while before we start using hypertubes. But we're not even grabbing stairs. Well, we're grabbing ladders. Well, we can make do with ladders. The catwalks will be fine for now too. So there's our first purchases. Now, if you actually buy an item like the statues or if you buy like equipment, parts, and these get expanded as you unlock more stuff anyways. So maybe the metal wall. Oh yeah, metal walls require steel, so you can't get them yet. That's right. They require steel. So until we get steel in the until we get steel unlocked. We can't use those. We'll get this stuff later because we're not planning on building a factory, like buildings yet. So, well, not these types of buildings, but like building a massive structure. This is going to be fairly open plan. Once we start moving off of this little plateau we have, we'll start worrying about that. Now, there's something else I need to show you guys. So, over here, I have created another platform. And right there is another concrete node that I have put a miner on. So when we go to make our concrete area, we're going to be taking this, taking that concrete over the iron production, or limestone, making more concrete. And down here, this will give us a good way, because then we can come from this plateau here, come down, and then there's the quartz. Now, big problem, that uranium rock there. There's also apparently a slug over here. Oh right, we need Nobilis. We need Nobilis before we can bother with that. Apparently I just got a message on Discord too. I just heard it go off. But yeah, I figured out how to inset the walls into the floor, so what's going on there? If I could get under it to show you what that looked like, I would, but I don't. I can't yet. So that's where we're currently at. I'm going to let this finish. 600. It went up. Oh, we got one more. We got one more coupon. Where was it? What was it under? Attachments? Hypertube floor. Okay, let's check the organization. No. Attachment? No. So, was that under architecture? Okay, stairs cost 2. Now let's go ahead and grab the hyper tube. Because I think hypertube's like next phase. We'll play around with them a little bit. There we go. We have them now. We have them now. And excuse me if I'm quiet. It is currently almost 1 o'clock in the morning while I'm recording, so I'm not going to record for long. And people I live with are asleep, so in an effort to be courteous, I am just being as quiet as I can be. Still be registered by OBS. So let's start doing the math. I think all of them produce 120 iron ore per minute. Correct. All of our nodes are pure nodes. I think. Let's check. 120. 120. 120, which gives us 480 to work with. How many smelters? Oh, well, actually, I can just check here. Okay, so 480 divided by 30. 16 smelters. Okay. Total smelters. Let's keep in mind we have 4 of them going already. Okay, now just gonna leave us with 420 ingots. Takes 30 per minute. Iron plates, mini 15 per minute. Takes 10 more minutes for those, and they are produced at a rate of 15 per minute, right? That's what we just saw, right? Okay, so 480 divided by 3 is 160. 60 divided by 30 is 5. So let's take 6 divided by 30. Nope. 6 times 30 equals 180. So if we devote... Oh, sweet. So if we devote 6, 12, at least 4 smelters left to... Yeah, at least 4 smelters left to do the screws, but the screws will have 4... Yeah, so... If we need 6 constructors, or if we're gonna take 6 of our smelters into 6 constructors, because those can go 1 to 1, because that's 30, that's 30, yeah, that's 1 to 1, so constructors, 6 plus the 12, because we're gonna have to split the iron rods ones into 2. Yes, that's another 12, so that is 18, plus the ones for the ingots, so there's 4 smelters, there's another 8 constructors into iron rods. Okay, so that's 26, not 126, just 26. Enter. And taking 15 here, 10 here, which means for every 2 we need 3, so we have 8 total constructors. We need 12 more, which should leave us with 38. Yes, I've learned how to do these conversions very quickly in my head. That should give us all the screws, iron rods, and iron plates we can make out of these resources, out of this iron here. And we'll worry about assemblers later, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and start moving stuff. Well, actually, let's go ahead and take that stuff. Take the coal too in case we need it. Let's take this stuff, this stuff over to the MAM. We'll get it done. Since I have that stuff written down on the side, let's do the MAM. I'm recording in about 30 minutes. Yeah. I'll record the rest when I'm not having to be quiet. And I can actually devote that much time. Alright, MAM's over here. Okay, so let's see, cast iron alloy, bolted iron plate. Yeesh. Okay, hold on, let me pull up my list that I'm using. Where is it?
Turns out.
Sorry, OT. Let's see here. Yes, copper alloy ingot. Here. Yeah, I don't think any of these are going to rate particularly high. So, note to self, wait until I'm actually beyond phase 1 before I start doing this, or else I'm just going to get the... Yeah, because I'm pretty sure all of these are in the not recommended category in this list. Because I know I just saw cast screw and iron alloy plate. Iron alloy ingot. Please tell me bolted. It's at least better than F tier. This bolted frame, which most likely means it is. Yep. We need a foundry just to do iron alloy ingot to begin with. Just a little bit of items, buildings, power use, increase copper to save iron. Yeah, it is really bad trade. Casket this one way. Screws. Production train, just not the best way compared to steel screw, which it increase items, buildings, power. So slightly, no point in getting this recipe if you plan to cut screws from the production train, which I do not. I do not plan to cut screws. However, now that I'm looking at it, based on what we just looked at, hold up, let me make sure I'm still registering. Yeah. Based on what we just looked at, of these three, our better bet is either going to be doing this one so we get more of these per minute, or we can get 50 screws per minute and cut the extra iron rods. So let's see, that's 5. So you're going to use 25 ingots per minute. We'll have 4, so we'll have 120. Oh, it's 5, not 25. Which means if we play our cards right, we can cut the well, none of these are recommended. Let's go with this one, because for our current uses, this will actually be really good. Later on, I may regret this choice, but you know what? For now, let's grab it. Just because at the moment it is useful. Okay, let's start Caterium. Okay, we don't have enough yet.
New resource added to the resource scanner.
Yeah, I know. Quartz. Scannable resource. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and grab the silica one. Give us something to turn some of that quartz into immediately. Okay, sulfur. Damn. We'll get the noblest through here, so yeah, we need 50 sulfur. Luckily I know where some sulfur is close by, but yeah. Let's see. That should actually give us our... Yeah, that should give us our start. That now means I have to redo the math. Ugh. Okay, hold up. Oh. Recipes. Okay. Okay, here we go. Alternate recipe 1. My fucking god. Okay. Alright, craft bench. Because I think the craft bench will tell us. Screw. It won't let us do it at the craft bench, will it? Not let us do it at the craft bench. It'll force us. Okay. Alright. Which means we have to do it through a constructor. Yay. Let's see, it was 5. Producing 20 per minute. Which means you used a total of 5 plus 5. No, that's 10. To produce 40 in order to produce the 50 is half, so it's really 17.2, which will give us actually close to the same number of buildings. We'll figure it out when we go to build it. For now, let's move some of this storage. For now, let's move some of this storage out of the way. Let's see. Okay. You know, since we're going to be moving a lot of this, with the exception of basically this, it's going to be moving a lot of this out of the way. So all those are going to get turned that way. Who knows, maybe this will be moved over here as we get stuff done. Now, let's go with... We're going to put these flush with each other instead of leaving the extra space because we need it to be as compact as possible. Okay, here. Put those in there as well. We're going to leave these out separately until we need to build better miners, or more miners, because having those ready will be better regardless. Okay, let's see if... Right, I don't have that big of an inventory yet. I'm used to my inventory basically taking up that entire menu. So, yeah, I'm not used to it being that small. That's what she said. Anyways, childishness aside, I'm glad my fiance isn't here to hear me say that, because I would be getting fussed at right now. Just glad she puts up with me. Yeah, we're gonna grab this. Check on this. Let's check on this. Let's see where it's at. Okay, it's slowly getting rid of the flower petals. By the time we have stuff deconstructed and storage is moved out of the way and stuff like that, it'll... Yeah. We'll work on the iron stuff, we'll move it that way. The iron stuff out of the way, we'll move it there so we can work on copper, and then the concrete factory will just sit right here. It'll all work out, The copper stuff we may build a little bit that way if we have to give us good access to the space elevator. Or we'll just kind of snake it. Wait, can we make copper sheets yet? Hold up. Yes, we can. Okay, we'll have to start making those as well because we'll need them. We'll need them later. Actually, pretty soon. We'll need them pretty soon for pipes and stuff like that. So one thing I've always wondered: why do we get copper sheets so early? What was I doing? Alright, flower petals. Which means let's grab biomass, biofuel. In this system, I can't remember if I showed it on camera, making it more efficient. This system is already so much more efficient. Right. Let's make sure. Let's let it autosave. I am used to autosaves taking longer. Let's go ahead. Fill all these. Wait, hold up. Okay. Yeah, but that was what I get for not paying attention to what I was refueling. And once we get the coal production set up properly, it'll be trivial. Because we won't have to refuel this as often. Because if we do it right, just won't have to worry about it. And now one thing we may have to do is you may still have to scale this up one more in order to power the full factory, because right now, what are we sitting at total production? Okay, so our capacity is 400. Currently we're sitting at about 30%? Roughly 30%. A little bit over. Somewhere, well, 40. 40 maybe closer. But yeah, so we may have to scale it up a little bit, just so that way all of our stuff can produce, especially once we add assemblers. Because the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build iron setup, and then since we don't need any copper introduced to it, we're going to build the iron setup, and we're going to take the resources from there, turn them into reinforced iron plates and rotors. Then we are going to take those and turn them into smart plating. Any other major iron resources we may need, we will make from other iron nodes later in the game. Let's see where we at. 65%. I really wish I could hand feed this stuff. It makes life so much easier. Oh well. That being said, I think I'm going to stop the recording here for today. In the same video, it'll be like a jump cut for you guys. But let's see. Let's see if I save it here. Well, that's an auto save. That's our third save increment. Personal manual save increment. Alright. If I save just like that, will we come back sitting just like that next time? Well, you guys will see whether the character perspective jumps or not. And, I'll see y'all when I get back. For you, it'll be a second. For me. Alright, we are returning back to this. Let's see if it puts us back in the same spot. Like I said, this is probably like a second. Same spot, but we're no longer staring at the floor. Okay. I was still looking at OBS. Alright, so we have... yeah, we still have this getting itself sorted. Let's see, what can we do? What do you do with the drunken sailor? Sorry. That's what came to mind. First things first, we need... first things first, let's disconnect. Let's start disconnecting these. This is going to be our first major thing that we're going to have to disconnect it. Wait. Are you fucking serious? Okay, well. Disconnected that. Really didn't want to, but leave all the ones in here to use for our construction and stuff. All the stuff in these. We're going to get rid of. So but here comes our problem. What I wanted to do see the stacks of stuff. Ores, ingots, and stacks of items we can let go. Alright, so for fact the ore ingots, I think we get away with the plates. Rest of these we are going to, because I think, don't we still have, or did I? Okay. All our stuff that we're pulling to build everything is going to go in there. We're going to try and leave as much of everything else as we can connected. So, for example, this next to these connects to those two. And the copper, but the copper also connects to the central one here that goes to our concrete and goes to everything else as well. So if we move this, we should get a shutdown of the copper section. Right? Oh, this is still running? Yeah, all that's still running. Cool. We're gonna disconnect the iron production. So may be tricky because, yeah, okay, because I actually did things in an organized manner. So when I say organize things really well, I meant it. Okay, then we grab this one here. Alright, that's enough. Everything's disconnected now. Cool. All the iron's disconnected now, so set this stuff up here. Store all. Okay, now let's start moving this stuff. So we're gonna need. We will shift the storage containers to where we need them later. Because right now I'm not planning on trying to do like overflows and stuff like that. So if we end up with extra items, I need massive buffers. So yeah, we're gonna need a lot of stuff to do belts for. We're gonna have to pull some stuff from there to make belts. We're gonna be using reinforced plates for belts a lot of the time, so let's see, that, oop, not that, those, yeah. I said what we'll do is we have enough in the storage containers that we're not losing anything. If we take the stuff out, don't use it. So there, there, there. Yeah. So if we just sink the extra stuff, we're not going to really lose anything. I'm going to try and leave this here without moving it. But based on how we have to turn this one to get it over there, we may have to move this. We will see. I guess one thing I could do is I could move this closer to the wall over here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's move this stuff to the other side of the awesome shop. Okay. sink. Going to move it there. Then we're going to take 8. There. There we go. And then... oh, wait. Almost forgot. This, connect there. There we go, now it's out of our way. Store all. It'll be fine. So what's our... yeah, no more tickets because we used our last one right before we got off last night. So yeah, for me it was actually only a day because I'm on top of most of my assignments. More on top than I initially thought. Anyways, so let's grab... forgot to remove the... yeah. Do. Alright. Let's grab this one just to be safe. Now. That's actually, because then we can run it along this line. We'll have to move that power pole, but it'll work. Let's have all of them face out this way. Each one of them's got to be their own line to begin with. So, let's grab, let's see, what of this stuff is for smelters? Okay. Copper and iron rods. Alright. So that screws. We only need 80. Okay then. To do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where we're going to start it. And then I'm going to pause the recording. We're just going to use OBS's pause feature to do a lot of that. Oh right, we did the that's right. Okay, so if we're wanting to be able to run, do I have stackable power poles? Yes I do. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to run all of our iron through here. We're going to take it one step up from the miner. I'm going to run it all elevated so we can get under it. And what we'll do when we bring the concrete up is we'll run it on top of the iron back this way. Yeah, that sounds like a plan to me. Okay, so we're going to start. Let's see if we need 4 of them. Let's see. 2, 4. Yeah, I think I can run 4 across one base because I think they're like 1 meter wide, and these are 4x4s. 4 meter by 4 meter. In fact, let's go grab the stuff so we can check. We need the concrete and the plates and the stuff. Let's see. Big disadvantage. No, let's just grab this. We'll have to make more of the reinforced plates anyways. Like a lot more to make this work. Because, let's see. if we're wanting to run essentially all of them along this one, so we can have it all even. So yeah, here we're going to want 1, 2, because we're going to want 2 clearance, because if we take, I've done this enough recently that I can very easily visualize it, because we want to take, realistically, well, we got the materials to do it, and then we want to do this, we want to split that into 2, and then we want to do 2 more. I can't get on top of them to see it. Let's see, I want to do 2 more. I want those to filter out correctly. We do that in 1, but we want to start that in the center. That'll be on the center, and this will be on the line, and then we want some extra room to work with if we have to move stuff around. So yeah, we need to essentially, if we want to organize it on this one, we need to be 1, 2. So here, I think we're gonna start this end. Do it like this. Or can I get it better aligned? Yes, I can. So, and then just take 4. Basically put us back in the same spot. So every 4 will end up. Yeah. So now that takes 3. Yeah, that takes 3. Okay. I'll get the rest of these placed, and I'll be right back. It's only gonna take like a couple minutes, but be right back once they're all placed. Okay, so I ended up having to put 4 of them on this end from where I initially showed y'all, because if we go over here, we're into a tiny little issue. That's like right where we have the shop. Well, I'm fine with having the shop here. It is. Let's move it to be more on the center of this. Fine having the shop here. It's just cutting it really close. I want to use as much of the space as possible, but we may have to push further out. Now, all of the iron ore we have has to come into these smelters. So I say we set up the our organization, which means we need, what is it, copper? What are the splitters? Copper and reinforced, cable and reinforced, no, cable and plates, cool. So we're gonna grab an extra set of cable, 2 extra things of plates. Go ahead and set up our towers too, which means we need some of those. Then we need some cable. We should have plenty of iron. Or wire. We should have plenty of wire. Now the big question becomes, because I had an epiphany. The base height for elevators is too tall. Here, it'll be easier to show you. The base height for these is 2 of these. So if I want to save space, that's how I want to do it. And if I do this, I can just set up all of my elevators, or all of my Do I have elevators on my hotbars yet? I do not have elevators on my hotbars yet. We need to fix that. So for now, we're going to put elevators. I'll reorganize my hotbar at some point. Hotbars at some point. We can do this because they're only ever going to do 30 at times. That's functional. See, it says they're only be taking in 30 at a time and spitting 30 out. 60 a minute. Transport rate is functional. And since we're going to be splitting them into 4, we reasonably, if we do it correctly, shouldn't ever have an issue with them being too slow once they get fed. Now I may be wrong, because I've been wrong before. We shouldn't have to worry about it. So in fact, let's go ahead and knock this out. Because if we do this, it's much easier for me to set the splitters up. Because there are 2 tiles for 2 ways we can set up each split segment. Which is, if we bring them in at this 2 tall, which this one's going to go to the far end anyways, but if we set them up at this 2 tall setup, we can, I think we're going to settle on a design, and then I'm going to do it this way. I don't have concrete. I need concrete for those. But yeah, we could set up a, so let's say, this is complicated for no reason. Alright, so let's set this one up here. And then we also have, like, those are, we also have this one who starts here, and we have one here who is, let's see, here to here. Okay. So what we need, obviously we're not using tier 1 belts the whole time, we're just, I'm visualizing. I have trouble visualizing in my head. Like a lot of neurodivergent people, I have trouble visualizing stuff in my head. And yeah. And try not to lean on that too much either, because I recently figured out I'm neurodivergent. So yeah. So we're gonna figure out how best to set these up. So yeah, if I'm using this method isn't going to work here. So I'm going to show you how it's set up. Some of this is going to get taken out, so that we don't clutter stuff, but this is going to be my method for setting a lot of this up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it in chunks based on each individual line. So what we're going to do, this first line comes in from here. Going to switch around. I actually messed up. Hold up. Actually, if we're doing this correctly, it'll be here, which means that it'll have to sit there, because first things first, I gotta stack it up high enough. That makes that right hand turn. Okay, now demonstrate. Do it specifically like this, and it'll make sense in a minute. Now, we also need to put splitters on a hotbar key. So first things first, we have this splitter. This is close I'm going to get to perfect. Now it's going to tell us about that overlapping clearance. Okay, I thought I was going to need these. This one I'll need to clean stuff up, but those I'll need, but I won't need the rest of them. Like I said, once I get this visualized, I'm going to build the rest of them to be as close to what I'm showing you as possible. Now, if I've done this correctly, okay. There. Three. No. Okay, so I don't need the ones directly next to the line anyways, because if I do this, scroll up and then go 3. Nearly perfect. Which means I don't need these, honestly. Because if I just set up, in fact, if I just set these, well, actually no, because that's our main intake. So this still needs. This is the first time in a while I've been able to just kind of like have the space to experiment like this, because usually I'm working in pretty tight quarters. They're pretty unforgiving, so. Or I'm working like on the ground where I have very clear and defined lines I have to use. Okay, so let's see. I put right there. Like I said, I'll fix my. That is a merger. That won't do us any good. Yeah, I'll fix my hotbars too once we leave again. Feeling this is as close as we're gonna get without. Nope, overcorrected. Okay. Yeah, definitely gonna fix my hotbar. So if we leave that much space. Yeah. And there we have as close to perfect as we're going to get. So now if we do this, Put it there. Don't know why it's talking about clip. Then we go back down. Right. And as there will most certainly be issues like this again, I am definitely not going to subject you to the whole process. Got that one close enough. Without looking at it, you're not going to be able to tell unless you already know what you're looking for. Alright, so this is going to be our general setup because this one will split, go in here, slightly longer journey before it gets to this one, but hey. But still, this one will split here evenly, so I'll take the 120, split it into 60, 60, which is split into 30 and 30. I'll go down in here. That'll feed these. Now, next thing for us to do is to chain power smelters. Now we're not going to power them on yet, we're just going to set them up kind of like this. There we go. Yeah, we're just going to get them set up with power. So that's going to be our setup. Oof. That's going to be our setup. I'm going to do that 4 more times or 3 more times. But each time this is going to get pushed over 1 because just to demonstrate what I was trying to explain earlier. Oop. 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 And I don't mind clipping when I'm doing buses. If you guys mind clipping in buses, then I would suggest not watch my videos. Honestly, because I like having my buses nice and compact. I don't like spread. I don't like having any extra room because I can transport a total of 4 separate lanes on varying levels of stacked height on one line of foundations, and I much prefer that over spacing it out and getting only 3 or only having 2 or whatever. This way it gives me nice centered look. I just like it more. But that being said, I'm going to pause the video again, pause the recording. I'm going to get these done, get those hooked up, and then we will figure out our constructor setup. See you in a minute. Alright, we have it all done. I think recording in these little chunks, doing each one of these little planning things, little chunks, is probably going to be a lot better. I'm not going to have as much time to ramble on and lose myself into tangents, because when I was editing the first video, I realized how many times I would start a thought and just go, never finish it. So, yeah. Anyways, that is our first layer. Now, the question becomes, I need to remember the math for each of our, how many constructors we're actually using for each thing. Because essentially, we're trying to divide, I think it was 4, I think was what I ended up deciding on. So I'll hook the miners up because that's going to be the easy part. Hooking the miners up is going to be the easy part, so I'll do that last. Let's see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 7 if we take this merger. We're going to set it right here. Let's take Alright. Okay. Let's F, not R. 7. Yeah, okay. I know how I can do this. Let's see here. Think. Yeah. Then okay, that looks nice and clean. Now we're gonna hook this other one up over here. Boom. Do. We'll use similar setups later down the line too. Okay, so we have those. Now, wait, wasn't it basically a 1-to-1 ratio? This will let us more accurately control where it's going, because I think we're going to end up going further out that way if we keep all the constructors in a line. So what we'll do is we'll merge them together, then we'll immediately split them back apart. What we'll do is we'll give one row of foundations to adjust for everything moving that way, and we will line up the constructor on this end, our first one. Oh yeah, and I did reorganize my hotbars. We'll set up our first constructor to be even on the end here. So when you go one more out, so right here. Boom. So while that's sitting on that line, this is going, center one here is going to be sitting smack dab in the middle. We're just going to demonstrate using these for now. So let's see. Yeah. So back up 3 splitter. Then let's go to the center here. See right there. And there. Like I said, we're going to use a similar setup here, but we're going to make sure we can actually see and monitor everything. There. So then we now have to get this cleanly over here. Take that little S, and that's going to get, it's going to be a greater disparity as we go along. So we'll end up having to create like little layers of this, but for now that's pretty clean. So we're going to set up, no, standard parts. This is going to be our iron plates. So let's go ahead and do the whole thing. Let's go ahead and do all of our iron plates, so that way we can go ahead and figure out how to set up our collection system. And I need more reinforced plates. So let's go do that first. Let's see. We're not going to do the full 68. I'll do that off camera. Part of all this is we'll set up automating all that. what I'll do is I'll do the screws in the center, on the center, 4, so that way, since I have to take screws individually to go to rotors and reinforced plates, I'll have them ready to go to just split off of each other. Also going to need to be able to move rods around to get modular frames, but we'll just make sure we don't max out our rod and plate usage, because I think I need, isn't there something I need iron plates for later too? Well, I need both of them for construction of poles and stuff. Anyways, so yeah. Right. Yeah, let's just make the 15 we can make. Because I'm going to need a lot of them for transporting stuff anyways as well. Yeah. I'll do a lot of the crafting off camera too, so I'm going to try not to bore you with the manual crafting and stuff like I did in the first video, because that was entirely just to kind of demonstrate the game and get our feet wet. The rest of this I'm going to focus on demonstrating, showing you the overall process instead of the tedious every little detail like I was showing you earlier. Is that not? That's not lined up. I'm used to, oh god darn it. I am used to the merger and splitters being on my, and I need more plates. Should have grabbed more plates. You go grab another stack of plates. But I'm so used to the splitters and mergers being on my for 5 hotkey that yeah. I may show y'all around the chaos that is my personal play world at some point. So that way I don't forget later. Poop. Poop. This is what I have in my inventory. Because I know if I don't do at least some of this now, I will forget later. Oh, that's just a straight line. Okay. Yep. That's about right. But yeah, let's get this done. And then we will set up our storage bin for the plates. I really like having clean angles, clean 90-degree angles. And this will be bumped up to a tier 2 as well. Set all these to plates. Yeah, 12.5. Wait, 12.5 a minute. Why was I getting 17.5? Huh. Wait, hold up. Hold up. That means if we're taking these 4. In order to use up, I might as well just set up a 7th of both of them and only use 2. because that 2 is going to be 4 separate. That's going to be over 100 per minute. That's going to be 100 screws a minute. Do I need that many screws? You know what? Yeah, let's stick with the plan we have. Let's stick with the plan we have. If I need to make adjustments later, I'll make adjustments later. We'll have the machines in place. See, I mean, it's gonna get convoluted, but it's still gonna be neat in a way, because that line's for all of our merging. This line is for transporting from the merger to the splitters, and this line's for splitters, and then that line's for constructors. We are quickly filling up space, but hey, that's what that off-camera grind was for. So now the thing is going to be, let's see, how many is this? 20 coming out of 6 of them. That's exactly 120, so we can merge all of these together. So let's grab 3 mergers. Treat this similarly. So 1, 2. Wait, did that? Oh my frackin' motherfucker. It's just occurred to me that I probably haven't been speaking loud enough, so yay, that's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be a lot of volume control, which I don't think I necessarily did well in my last video, so no, it's not overlapping with anything. What the hell? Sometimes this game gets weird, man. These need to be mergers. These need to be mergers. I don't know why I thought I needed a splitter. It needs to be a merger. So it's this one. Dear Lord, sometimes I'm an idiot. Oh well. Oh well. That's what you get when you come here. You get idiocy with strokes of genius. A lot of people's observations of me is I am a I am geniusly a dumbass. If that makes sense. I don't think those aren't the words people use. That's something I made up. By the way, I think I need to set up power poles. Well, let's set up the first power pole. So between these two, set it right there. Take the wire. Set this up here. Right. That's it, right? Yeah, just before that. Okay. And set that there. Alright, so that's that. Okay, now on this side, we need to bring these two mergers together. So that's best place for that. It's just gonna be right there. Take this. I think what we need currently is a... Trust me, this will make sense in a moment. Take a splitter. First, let's take our first cargo container, storage container, and place it right there. Now, no, we are losing space. It may end up, you may end up seeing that extended that way and that extended that way next time I jump in. Because I'm probably going to call it for tonight after this one. Or at the very least I'm going to place out the constructors I think I need. And I'll do all the hooking up later, but you are going to see that. You are going to see this expanded. By the way, which foundation is this? Oops. Which foundation is this? Because I may have just screwed myself over. Hold up. Is this the... This is the one that requires plates. Crap. I currently don't have plate process. I mean, I could. It wouldn't be hard. It'd just be hooking up a couple miners and letting rip. I'm probably gonna have to increase power production. Now that I think about it, this is already significantly more than what we had. 4 megawatts. We're already at 6. That's 24. All right. Well, whatever. We'll figure it out when we get there. I'll figure it out when I get there. We will. You guys are watching. I need to stop recording late at night so I can actually speak at a decent volume. Let's do this. And then let's go here. There. We'll do boom, 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 do, 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 do. Then we will take this. Oh, didn't make it tall enough. Oh. That should be tall enough. Yep. So that way we'll have 3 whole volumes of storage possible, and we'll do that for all of them because eventually the production will be 4 tall, but without adding an extra splitter I can't get it that tall. I mean, technically I could just take a put another one on top of here, turn it around, then take one from here to here, just let that one bear a load, but hey, it's whatever. And we're just gonna have it all connected up because I am actually, if I have to expand this place, I am probably gonna have to do that anyways. I am probably gonna have to connect that miner, turn it back on, connect its power over here, bare minimum, and send it going through the system. In fact, since I know I'm going to need it the most right now, I'm just going to point it this way because it's already practically in line. So, and then what we're going to do from there, yeah, let's actually test it. Let's use this as a little test. Then, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. I think that's the limit. This won't be perfect by any means because it'll still only be 60 per minute. We'll move that power line in a second. Yeah, That's still only gonna be 60 a minute, but just gonna drop that there, connect that there. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot how important that particular one was. Yeah, let's go make some reinforced plates to make sure we can get the most out of that. Just grab that. Alright. I need this. Because I want you guys to see how crazy this can get at full efficiency. So we need it to be able to run at full efficiency, and you can't run at full efficiency unless we have enough, unless you have the right belts ready. When we get tier 2 belts, we need the reinforced plates. This is the last time y'all see this on camera. That's not something like major that we need. This will be the last time. That's not for the express purpose of building something new, like our assemblers. So, won't be exactly the last time you see it, but it'll be the last time you'll see it without it being for the express purpose of progression. See, I'm probably gonna need a good 50, 60 to get all the like I said, I'm going to do a lot of the crazy stuff off camera. Once we get the iron stuff done, we can, in order to start working on the copper, because we don't have to change, we'll actually be able to shorten the copper lines. So we won't have to change where all it's going. We can just actually just turn the bottom one towards the rest of it. And we'll actually run the copper down that elevated line and bring it back towards the main base. Okay. I think that'll be enough to get us going with this. Yeah, so I was almost dead on. So you only end up with 10 left. Now the question becomes, how do we hook all this up? Okay, so I have a feeling if we do this, where's, here it is, do that. Please don't break a fuse. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. So that's about right. So we have space for one iron ingot total here. You should see the same thing over here. Well, we would if we had it completely done. Now this won't be 100% efficient, but this side will be. This side will be. So what we'll see coming out of here is essentially once this gets completely running, we should, yeah, there we go, there we go. Let's say we should end up seeing a near continuous stream of iron plates. Now, again, this side won't be 100% efficient because we don't have a second miner set up to it to feed the rest of its side, but we are getting more iron plates into the system. So 9 here, 7 there, 6 there. Yes, awesome. Alright. Alright. So I'm happy. Oh man, this is the first time like my starter base has been 100% efficient. It makes me happy. And I mean, like, we started off getting enough to function. We didn't really start off like what you saw, what we did last time wasn't the starting base. I already have almost an hour of content. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just gonna audio balance this and release it as my next episode because I think that's a good place to end today. I think that's a good place to end today. So let's get. Oh, nope, screws aren't supposed to be in there. How are we getting screws? Why is this set to screws? Oh. It's still set to screws. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Okay, I think I fixed that. Oh no. Genius idiocy. What did I tell you? Yeah, so we have the iron plates production definitely ramped up. All that's left is to attach the next two, those last two ingot makers there. But yeah, I think next time you guys see it, because we're essentially going to be operating with the same principle for the rest of this. So next time you guys see me, we'll have the rest of the basic iron set up like this, and it'll be time for us to move on to either the concrete or the copper, or to take care of getting our first set of stuff to do that, which the rest of the iron needs to be done regardless if we want to do any of the rest of that, because we need a lot of reinforced iron plates, and eventually going to need rotors as we get more stuff to put into the assemblers. And I have that other limestone node over there that I want to bring around and end up with a much greater concrete production. And but yeah, I think I've shown you all the basics of how I build and how I learned to be more efficient. So yeah, it's a great place to end for today. I wasn't expecting to be able to get another episode out and only 2 recording, but hey, the editing is going to be kill me. I have a little over an hour and a half of content now that I'm going to try and get down to just an hour, by taking out any excess fluff if I find any, and I have a lot of audio balancing to do. So wish me luck on that, and I will see you all in the next one. To Tenadev, hopefully, if I can remember, rebanded to Lucifera Dev very soon. Out. It may be another week or 2. Bye.